Alright, so let's get started. To begin, we're going to pull off the yarn label and find the end. Here we go. And now we're going to count out 14 loops. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we're going to put the 15th loop, the pink one, through the white one. There's our tail. Here's our working yarn. Let me see if I can make it easier to see. Okay, 14 loops right here. And this pink one is number 15. So we're going to take the pink one, bring it around, and put it through the first white loop. Okay, like that. And then the next loop, number 16, we're going to put it through the second loop. And then we're just going to keep going round and round. And that's all there is to it. This scarf is super easy. And you can make it with as many loops as you like. You can make less loops for a skinnier scarf. You can make more loops for a thicker scarf. And just keep putting them inside. And pull it through. I like to put my finger through the one I just did. That way it's easier for me to find the next one. It just kind of seems natural for me. Okay, so now we're coming around to the beginning of our round. Here's our first loop. And we just keep going. No turning, no counting. You just keep putting them through the back side, from the back to the front. Pull it through. And it's going to make a nice design on the outside. You'll see in a minute. So where your tail is, that's where your beginning of your round will be. So if you're going to count how many rows, that's where you would count from. That would be the beginning loop. So we already passed it. Here it is, right here. So we have 1, 2, 3 rows. We're on our third row because this side only has 2. So that's all there is to it. So it's going to be like a tube of fluff, and so warm and soft when we're done. Gotta get some more yarn here. Okay, so here we are back at, now we have three rounds, and you just keep doing this around and around until you have your desired length. So the width is already set by how many loops that you've chosen. So this one has 14 loops to make it this wide. Okay, so now I'm at the end of my first skein. I have a couple loops left, so I'm going to work those as usual, and I'll show you how to add on the next skein. Okay, that's my last loop in this skein. Here's my little tail. I'm going to grab my next skein and just start with the next loop. Just put it through there. So all I did was put the last loop in the next loop and then take my new skein, first loop, and put it in the next available loop on my scarf. And that's all there is to it. Just keep going around. No counting. No fuss. The only thing is you want to make sure you're getting the next loop that's on your working yarn, so you don't want to skip one. Then you'll have a flyaway loop. It would be on the inside, but still, try to get them all worked in. Next, I will show you how to join the two ends together. We're going to be working on the front of the first rows of the scarf with the last loops of the scarf that are still open. And I have a tail here about 24 inches long, which we are going to be using going back and forth. So here's my last loop that's on my ending rows here, and I've just kind of lined it up so that the rows of V's are kind of going in the same direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tail and I'm going to find my first row here, going only through one side of it at a time, and you can see how the V's are in lines or rows here. So we're going to go take your tail underneath the V stitch, pull that through, and then find your next loop. I'm not going to start with my first one here, or actually my last one. I'm going to go to the next one over next to it. Pull that up from back to front. And then I'm going to find my next V stitch and go underneath there. Pull that through. And then I'm going to go to my next loop, back to front, pull that up, find my next V stitch, go underneath, pull that through, go to my next loop, back to front, pull that up, find the next V stitch, pull that through, and continue around. You can adjust how tight it is. You might want to pull a little bit tighter. Okay. And once you have it sewn up all the way around, you won't really be able to tell once you have it on and you have it with your nice outfit, you won't be able to tell where you sewed it together. Here's my last loop. Okay, just checking it out. So what I would do now is probably just make a knot to secure the yarn. It's in between the V-stitches. There's a little spot there that you can make a knot. And then I would just tuck it in. It makes a tube, so there's an inside part that you can just kind of put it in there. There you go. So once you have it on, you're wearing it. Not going to be able to tell. I hope you like this video and give this scarf a try. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.